Hi, I'm Dr. David Myers. I'm your instructor this semester in Introduction to Ethics, Philosophy 120140. It is an online course, as I'm sure you're already aware. But because when I teach this course as a lecture-based course, it's very interactive. And some of the material I've heard can be fairly difficult. And so one of the ways that I have tried to overcome this is by filming videos, and I hope that you'll find them useful. I'm sitting here, it's August 16th, and I am sitting in my study. Um, Welcome. First of all, if you have access to D2L, and of course you do have access to D2L, or you wouldn't be in the class, um, you will find that if you completely read everything in the content section, it will answer 99.9% of the questions that you have. You need to read it carefully, and you need to read it fully. It gives you the dates that you need. I've carefully gone over the syllabus and schedule to try to ensure that there's nothing on there that's incorrect. No dates from last June, no dates. I've been teaching this course a long time, but I try to be very careful in my syllabus and schedule. But at any rate, most of the questions you have will be answered by carefully going over D2L. That being said, let me say that right on the syllabus is my cell phone number, 218-308-0841. And it's there so that you will call me if you have any questions or concerns. Every semester, a student will call and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you." You're not bothering me. Uh, I have a job because of students like you, and I'm very grateful that I have a job. And so um, my time is your time. You call, you email me, and I generally check my email 4 or 5 times a day, if not more often, and I almost always answer my phone. About the only time I turn my phone off is on Sundays from 9 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon during church. But other than that, my time is your time. Don't hesitate to call. This is an accelerated course, which means it's very compressed. Instead of 15 or 16 weeks, you have 8. And in reality, it comes down to about 7. And you accomplish as much in 7 weeks as the rest of my students do in 16, which means you've got to stay on top of everything. Now, that being said, go ahead and open your D2L, and let's go over the syllabus together. First of all, the class runs from 26 August through 16 October. My cell phone number is on there. The fact that this is an accelerated course is on there. Course description, I could go over that, but I figure you can go over that yourself. You don't need me to read it verbatim for you. Why would you take an ethics class? And the answer to that is simple. If we were in class and I asked that question, I used to have such high hopes of people that would answer with, "Because I love philosophy." But the truth of the matter is it's a required course, or if it's not required, you can take this in lieu of an algebra or something that you don't want to take. And so the majority of people will answer, "I'm in it because I have to." Hopefully, by the time you're done with the course, you'll say, "Wow, there's a lot more to this than I thought that there was, and I got a lot out of it." That's my hope for you. Prerequisites, there are none. Although ethics is one of the branches of philosophy. And the fact that you probably haven't had a philosophy course yet makes it a little bit more difficult. Now, the textbook I use, Introduction to Ethics, the 11th edition by Jacques Thoreau and Keith Krasman. I've heard over the years that it's a very difficult read for students, especially the first 7 chapters. I hear, "Oh, it's really difficult. Oh, why does it have to be so difficult? Why does it have to be so boring?" Well, the fact of the matter is, you're in a college course. You're in a college philosophy course for 3 units of credit. It's supposed to be difficult. You've got to keep up on the reading. The first 7 chapters provide a foundation, if you will, that chapters 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 will build on. Because most of you don't understand the concepts of psychological or ethical egoism, or the idea of utilitarianism, the book has to explain those things to you so that you can develop, or so that you know what, each and every one of you already has your own system of ethics, whether you know it or not. But for you to refine that system, you need those first 7 chapters. I know that they're difficult, but I also know that you can do it. Hang in there. Watch these videos. The exams can be a bear, but I'll talk more about the exams in just a couple of minutes. Primarily, this course will help you become a critical thinker. I'm going to tell you flat out, each and every one of you already has opinions on almost all of the hot button topics that we'll discuss in chapters 9, 10, 11, 12, and that the book goes on chapters 13, 14, 15, and 16. You have an opinion, but it's not enough to know what you believe. You need to know why you believe it, and that is another reason that you take an ethics class. This class will help you examine, articulate, and apply your own personal ethical views. My job isn't to brainwash you into believing anything the way that I believe, or that any other student believes. But you do need to be able to look at all sides of an issue rationally and logically, without the burden of emotion, if you're going to be able to articulate the reasons that you believe what you believe. Now, methods to assess competence. I use a variety of methods. This is a little bit different than we would use if we were in the lecture course. Required reading, of course. The required reading is very important. At the end of the course, well, I'll go over that in just a second. Examinations. Writing project. You will have a term paper that's due. Exercise for review questions, and the discussion boards. Very, very important, because that's how you're going to interact with the other students in the class. Our textbook, as I've already said, Jacques Thoreau, Ethics, Theory and Practice, 11th edition. I've used this text for many years. I started using it when it was still the 6th edition. I use it because, in my opinion, while it may be difficult, he is the least biased of any philosopher or author of a philosophy textbook that I've been able to find. If you think that the authors of textbooks don't have an agenda, you're wrong. They do. Everybody has a bias. What you need to be able to do is to recognize the fact that they have a bias. Thoreau is more fair than any other. At any rate, we'll talk more about that as the course progresses. Course assignments. I've already said reading, the assigned reading. You'll see a schedule at the back of the syllabus that will tell you what needs to be read and when. Now, reading is worth 10%. At the end of the class, not each chapter, but at the end of the class, you'll submit a report to me in the appropriate Dropbox that says, I, student's name, only use your name, don't put student's name. I, student's name, have completed 90% of the assigned reading. You'll get 9 points. It boggles the mind that I need to be specific about the points, but I've had one student, complain because she said that she read 3%, and I gave her 3 points. And she thought, well, I should get full points for being honest. No, you get the points for what you tell me you read. Be honest. This is an ethics course. Lying in an ethics course is, I mean, it's bad when one lies, but when you lie to yourself, that is absolutely the worst kind of lie that you can tell. And we will talk about different types of lies in the course. But at any rate, reading's worth 10%, but that's not due till the end of the course. Discussions. 15% of the course is based on discussions. Each student will read a thread. Well, excuse me, you'll look at the chapters, section 1, and you'll say, okay, well, this is what jumped out at me. You'll put this in the discussion board, and then you will respond to 2 posts, and you'll make 1 original posting. These things are due by the last day of the test cycle. But your postings, you need to begin early, because if you wait to the last minute, my goodness, that makes it difficult for the other students to comment. The other thing is, this needs to be an intelligent posting. It's simply saying, well, I completely agree with what you said. That's not going to get you the points. You need to speak articulately and intelligently of what it is that you are trying to say. 1 sentence doesn't work. By the same token, you don't need 16 sentences or a paragraph or 3 pages. Just make an intelligent observation. Examinations, 3 sections. The course is broken up into 3 sections. Now, discussions, each discussion section is worth 5 points. Exams, each exam is worth 10 points. 30% of your grade is exams. The course, each section is divided into 4 chapters. We're only going to go over 12. You don't have time to go over all 16. If you want extra credit at the end of the course, you can write a short synopsis of chapters 13, 14, 15, and 16, and I'll give extra credit for that. The exams are tough. They are tough. However, let me say that I have written the exams right out of the textbook. Furthermore, each chapter has a practice exam. Each chapter. Now, if you do these practice exams, you will see exactly what's going to be on the test. Now, there may be 15 questions or 25 questions or 30 questions. Not all of them will be on the test, but there will be nothing on the test that's not in the practice exams. You may take the practice exams as many times as you wish until you're comfortable. The exams are open book, but they are not open note. You may not print up the practice exams and use those because, come on, the exam is going to test on your retention. And it's too easy if you print that up. Open book, yes. Open note, no. Discussion questions. You will answer either the discussion questions or the exercise for review assigned for each chapter. Now, that doesn't mean you have to answer them all. These questions are very complex. You will choose any 2 questions from each chapter, just 2. And you'll choose whether they are discussion questions or exercises for review. But you've got to do them. And I want, decent answers. A 1 sentence, 2 sentence, 3 sentence answer doesn't cut it. You need to spend some time on these assignments. It's worth 5 points each. Grading, A, B, C, D, F. Now let's get to the term paper. You're going to write a term paper on an ethical topic, probably covered in this course. No papers on abortion. None on abortion. Over the years, I've read so many papers on abortion that I can't handle another one. So any other ethical topic. 7 pages at least, but no more than 9 pages. APA format, double spaced, with a title page, an abstract, and a selected bibliography. 7 to 9 pages, but those don't count. The bibliography, the abstract, and the title page. So it's 7 to 9 pages of content. Paper is due on 8 October 2012. That's a Friday. Failure to turn in the paper will result in failing the course. I don't care if you've got an A up to that point. If you don't turn in a paper, you will fail the course. Now, schedule. 9 through 16 September is examination 1. They open on a Monday at actually Sunday night at midnight, so Monday at 0001, and they close at 11:59 on the next Monday. So you have 1 week to take the exam. If you wait to the last minute and something goes wrong, I will not reopen the test for you, because I think a full week is very generous. If something goes wrong, contact me and we'll talk about the possibility. But I think a week to take the exam is very doable for everybody. Exam 1 covers chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. 23 through 30 September, exam 2. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the last exam is 7 through 14 October, and it covers chapters 9, 10, 11, and 12. If there's a reason, again, that you can't take the exam on the scheduled date, or you wish to complete an assignment or an exam early, contact me. I know that some of you need to be done before you can begin practicum, and I will work with you in this capacity, especially the nursing students. You need to be done early. Just let me know. Now, on 16 September, you are required to have read chapters 1 through 4, have your discussion questions turned in. The discussion board closes on 16 December. Now, I've already told you that you need to do at least 3 postings. You also are responsible to read all of the postings that are made. If you just do the 3 postings and you don't read, you lose at least 2 points. So do the reading. 30 September, section 3. 11 October is when your term paper is due. Yeah, 11 October. Your term paper is due. And then 14 October, the student will have read chapters 9 through 12. Exercises for review are due at this time. The reading report is due at that time, and the discussions close. I need to have time to grade the papers if I'm going to get your grades turned in a timely fashion. So that is the syllabus. I hope that this helps. I hope that it answers any questions that you have. Now, if you want to just explore D2L, that may help. Let's do that together. Let's see. First of all, you go to the material section. In the material section, you'll find content. In the content section, you'll find instructor information. You'll find the syllabus. You'll find the assignments, instructions for exercises for review, instructions for term paper, and so on. You'll find the chapter PowerPoints. I think you will find the PowerPoints very useful as you go through the course. At the bottom, I've also put chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 in case for some reason you do not have your textbook in time. Section 1 is right there. I've scanned each page. That should help you. And then lectures and videos. Intro to Ethics, the lecture, the introduction, the nature of morality, consequentialism, and so forth. 12 lectures that I think you'll find very useful. That's under the materials section. Under the communications section, you'll find a class list, and the class list has some email addresses. So if you want to get in touch with another class member, that's how you'll do it. The discussions are found under communications. Groups, that won't really apply to us, but you'll find communications very useful. And assessments. You will find the quizzes under the assessments and the drop boxes under the assessments. Again, do the practice exams. I guarantee you that they will make the exams just a little bit easier. And if you blow the exams, it's possible for you to do extra credit. All you'll do is go back, open the exam up, and you will write a short blurb about each answer that you missed, and you'll give the correct answer. You'll put that in the drop box, and if you've got a 40 on the exam, I will raise it all the way up to a 70 for you. I know the exams are difficult, and primarily this course isn't about exams. It's about processing and developing the ability to be a critical thinker. And so I've tried to make the exams as easy as possible. Um, some comments that I'm not interested in seeing are, the textbook is so hard, the textbook is so difficult. Again, it's a college course. It's supposed to be difficult. Um, contents that I would like to see, comments that I would like to see. Well, I find the idea of ethical egoism in its weak form to be very useful, but I reject the idea of ethical egoism in its strong form. That kind of thing is exactly what we're looking for on the discussion boards. But again, I don't want to see, oh, the textbook is hard. I know it's hard. All philosophy textbooks can be difficult. And so there it is. Questions, call me, email me. I am available, and I will return a phone call if I miss it, or I will answer your email as quickly as possible. This course is about you, and so don't hesitate to contact me with questions or comments or concerns. Well, let's get started, shall we? Have a great day, and I hope the rest of your summer goes very well.